Allah, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Rakah, Sadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the Akim doing his work in truth and in sincerity in the four corners of the earth. And I wanted to do this lesson. He's going into World War III, man. You know, going into the time of war, you know, because that's the time that we're going into, man. You know, although we have all this COVID tension going on and a race for the vaccine and all that BS, you know, these nations are still um, full of tension, you know, towards each other, you know, and even nations like Turkey, you know, who's involved in the EU. I had seen an article the other day where the leader of Turkey, Erdogan, you know, he was questioning, you know, his role in the EU, man. You know, so these nations are real, you know what I'm saying, self-conscious, and they don't know what's going on, man. You know, well, some of them don't, but you know, for the most part, you know what I'm saying, those EU nations, man, they know what's going on. They ready to break apart, you know, from America, man, and they even breaking apart from each other, you know. But I had brother had posted this article on the group me, you know, and I said that it was from one of the websites that I would constantly go to, you know, to check the oil prices, man. You know, because I used to work in the oil and gas industry for a long time, you know, and it was surprising to even see, you know, this article, you know, make it to this website, you know, because it doesn't usually deal with, you know, war and things like that, you know. Okay, so it says Israel prepares for a potential U.S. military strike on Iran. It says with just weeks to go until President-elect Joe Biden is inaugurated on January 20th, Axios reported that Israel is preparing for the possibility that Trump will launch a preemptive attack on Iran. It says Axios Barak Ravid reports that Tel Aviv that the Israel Defense Forces have in recent weeks been instructed to prepare for the possibility that the U.S. will conduct a military strike against Iran before President Trump leaves office. Senator Israeli officials tell me. Okay? It says, while not citing specific intelligence, Ravid says Israeli military and intelligence leaders are anticipating a very sensitive period just ahead of the inauguration and Trump's exiting the White House. According to the report, the IDF's preparedness measure relate to possible Iranian retaliation against Israel directly or through Iranian proxies in Syria, Gaza, and Lebanon, the Israeli official said. Meanwhile, uh, Meanwhile, are we already witnessing the first provocation, which is to be blamed on Iran as a pretext? You know what I'm saying? Going into a pretext to war. You know. Earlier this month, the New York Times reported that President Trump had to be talked out of the preemptive strikes on Iran by his own top advisors, who warned it could easily spiral into a major war in only the last weeks of his presidency. So that's the New York Times that reported that, man. You know, and maybe that's the reason, you know, why Trump has let go of so many people in his cabinet and in his office, man. You know, after his so-called loss, you know, to Joe Biden, you know, he started purging people from his administration. Okay, and they said that a lot of tyrannical communist leaders and things like that in these impoverished nations, you know, that's the kind of things that they do before they go on their tyranny. You know, they purge all the people that they don't trust, you know, and only keep the people that are loyal to them. All right, so maybe that's what Donald T. you know what I'm saying, has in his plans, man. You know, to strike up a war with Iran. You know what I'm saying? And they've been bullying Iran during his whole administration. You know, putting sanctions on them. And really, Iran didn't even do anything. You know, even exited the nuclear treaty with Iran. You know, so there is no nuclear treaty anymore, man. So you know, the U.S. and Iran is stocking up. They warhead stockpiles right now, man. You know, but America's been constantly bullying Iran through their through their sanctions. You know, and mainly, you know what I'm saying, they had attacked, you know, Iran's most commemorated general, you know, which was Suleiman. I'm trying to remember his name because I had just watched this one show called Jack Ryan that Amazon has, and it clearly, you know what I'm saying, clearly they using their CIA tactics in these TV shows because the guy that they end up killing that was supposed to be a terrorist. You know, he had a name similar, you know, to this guy that was ruling Iran, man. You know, well, the guy that the general that got killed in Iran. You know, so Iran is already pissed off, man. You know, and it ain't gonna take much for them to snap back onto America and then be labeled a terrorist nation. You know, Trump had already put that name upon Iran, man, that they were damn, how did he put it? He had declared that Iran was like a terrorist state, you know. So that's a declaration of war, man, you know. And we know that Israel and Saudi Arabia is together, man. Now ask yourself, how the hell is a so-called Jewish nation collaborated with Islam nation, man? Okay, a Muslim nation, okay. But that's what Saudi Arabia is, man. They got like Sharia law and shit out there still. You know, the women still have to cover themselves. You know, so why is Israel getting in bed with Saudi Arabia, man? You know, but they want that land. They want the land of Iran, man. You know, they want to totally, you know, destroy Iran. You know, but they won't be able to, man, because Iran is an ally of Russia and China. You know, so as soon as Donald Trump tries to get it cracking, you know, with Iran, you know, best believe these other nations are going to get involved, man. And you know, the nations that are in the EU and the UN, you know, I mean EU and NATO, you know, they're gonna be like, man, what the hell, man? We don't want to be in no war right now, you know. We don't want to get involved with America's dirty work, you know. We don't want to send our troops out there to be killed, you know, for no reason, man. You know. So that's how you're gonna get that breaking up, man, of the EU, man. The beast shall turn against the whore, man. You know, because they tired of America and its bullshit. You know, always starting a war over resources, man. You know, or to spread their so-called democracy. This is Revelation chapter 11 and verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe coming quickly. Okay, what is the second war? The second woe, you know, that's World War II. Okay, you had World War One, and you had World War Two. Okay, going up against Germany. Okay, um, and so that third war is going to be, you know, World War Three, and it's going to take place over there in the Middle East, man, in the Valley of Jehoshaphat, man, Yahweh Shabbat, you know, Yahweh's decision or judgment. You know what I'm saying? So all these nations are going to be judged over there, man. You know, for the controversy of Zion, man. This is Joel chapter 3 and verse 2. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Okay? So all nations are gonna gather in the valley of Jehoshaphat, you know, to do battle, man, to go to war. You know? And in the midst of all of that, our Savior Yahushua is gonna come down on that chariot, man. and get the record on all these nations. Okay, a battle royale, man, and all of those nations are gonna turn they it's like you turn their missiles and turn their tanks away from each other and their jets and all that, and go try to attack Yahweh Shah, man, on that chariot, you know. And that's why you had this president. I don't remember who it was. I think it was Reagan that went to the UN assembly, you know, and spoke before all the nations and said that he wished that some alien force would come to attack Earth because then it would unite all the nations, man. You know, these devils know that the Lord Yahweh is gonna send His Son Yahweh Shah, man, to end their rulership, man. You know. So I pray this is edifying call all you. How about you, Shah? About Shem Kakadash? Double honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. And peace, sanitation, I got doing this work with true sincerity in the four corners of the earth. Shalom.